Hello, good morning on a fantastic Tuesday morning to everyone. Today I am actually wearing a tooth because my ears are just cold in the morning. Um, Usually I just warm up when I need to, drinking some coffee, making myself warm, all the stuff. Anyway, this video I'm doing is called actually a what are what are the what are the Jesus's angels or actually well everyone's gonna help, right? Every angel who people believe in angels and everything else, right? I'm actually gonna use I have the tarot that I'm going to use. There I'm gonna have I usually use my phone as what the cards are saying. I also have spirit animals I could show, and there is would be there. This would be these would be the loving words of Jesus. See, and we would have the angels as well. And basically, we are going to look at a few of the video of the that I'm going to do. I'm trying to not get all shaky. I'm trying to not get all nervous. But when you're doing this, I just wanted to just do something for you. And usually we start from the top and work our way to the bottom, which means from Capricorn all the way to Sagittarius. But in my briefing, we are going to talk about what's going to happen. Okay, and I understand that lots of people believe in Jesus, and I do too. But there is a perspective of looking at things in a different angle. Uh, what that means to me is where I think about things in a different way. Okay, it's like thinking about the positive nor the negative. I always say that to my viewers because the negative gets down to a lot of people. Okay, and there is a time for everything. There is a time for everything because when we have the loving words from Jesus, Jesus is going to guide us to where we're going to need to go through this pandemic. The pandemic will lead us into a positive direction, which means we are going to get to the other side of the tunnel. Okay, but there is a challenge for everyone, right? Everyone has challenges. Okay, sometimes I do, but I think about the positive, not the negative stuff. The negative, I was having the negative for the past 6 weeks before the new year even hit. There was some saddening times. There was some losing a friend that passed away. There's you know I used to have I had no idea what, but in the time frame is that we have to look at things in a different way. Okay, we have to look at things in a different way. I will be doing the tarot just to modify it, which means that we're going to look from Capricorn, Aquarius, Pisces, Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, Leo, Virgo, uh, Libra, Scorpio, and Sagittarius. We are going to look at those. I'm going to go through from because when I talk about Capricorn, we are in Capricorn season, which means if you are born in January, this would be for you. Okay, I know that I know that this would be called the angels and all that stuff, but we are going to go through the line. what the card means, what the card's gonna say. I might be even reading the cards out to you. Anyway, okay. Now, before we get to that, while I'm talking away, you can ask me questions, but I will go slow to it, and then I'll try to answer them briefly. You could, say hi, good morning, whatever you are going to do, right? We are going to do that, okay? I know that I have one viewer right now, but hopefully I can get more of it as well, okay? So bear with me. So we are going to do the tarot first, and then we're going to work our way down the line. So please understand that. So we are going to do it. So what is the Fantastic Tuesday for Capricorn? Okay. All right, so this is what we're going to do for Cappy. So the Knight of Swords reversed, the Queen of Swords is upright, and we have the Hierophant. So basically these two, the one is reversed and two are upright. That's basically good. Usually the Queen of Swords represents like where there's like actually like maybe some communication. Maybe I might need to read that about. Let's see about that. Just give me 1 second. You're determined, resilient, and smart. You think more than you feel. You will not tolerate mistrust, truth, or excessive fluff. Instead, you get straight to the point. For this reason, many value your opinion. So basically, you are determined, resilient, and smart. So basically, just look at that, right? Be smart in what you're going to do. And Hierophant is basically, let's see about that. In my definition, so let's see. The Hierophant. So it's basically you're working with a teacher, mentor, guiding authority. You expand your knowledge and learn fundamental principles with a trusted source. Yeah, do that. You're working with a teacher, mentor, or guiding authority. Yeah, do that. You will expand your knowledge and learn fundamental principles with a trusted source. Yeah, do that. Do that. In my defense of where you look at things in a different way, I monetize that as well. So that's good, right? So that's good. Just remember about that. And Knight of Swords, it does relate to communication. So just to do that, okay. Like I say, I'm only doing one tarot at the same time. I don't do all of them, but I only do one right now. Okay. So basically, you have that. Okay. So anyway, back to what I'm saying here. So we have to look at things in that way. Okay, we have to look at that. If you are being a teacher, then you're teaching somebody else, right? Basically, we are going to look at that. Okay. Now, in my defense of what is God gonna say, um, basically, you're going to look at we're going to have the spirit animal cards that we're going to look through, and hopefully we can I can do what's happening. So what is Jesus Christ going to tell us of this fantastic Tuesday? What are we going to do through this pandemic? Where we have the vaccines, where we have everything that is in place. So we are going to do that. Just do a winter shuffle. Alright, so I'm going to do one card, and then we're going to do that, okay? Just let me go down a little bit. Okay. So this is the dolphin. The dolphin represents cooperate with others. That's what this card means. Cooperate with others. Pretty good, actually. We're going to see that would be good, and we are going to see what Jesus is going to say in this. Just takes a while. Just I don't want all the cards to go. Right, so we're going to have that as well. So what is Jesus telling us about cooperate with others on this fantastic Tuesday? Well, what's his angels? So we are going to look at this in a different way. So I always do that, right? I try to look at things in a different way. All right. So it says, give and it shall be given unto you. Luke 6:38. So that's what it says. So see how Jesus is looking at something, like maybe at somebody on the other side of the picture. Maybe not. Well, this is the other side of the picture, but well, this is the card. But anyway, what I mean is, yeah, somebody's looking, right? He's looking at somebody. If you don't see it, but you can imagine that he's looking at somebody. Okay, we have to identify that. In no means necessary. Okay, we have to look at things in a different angle, right? It's like me. It's like the card that I said to you about being like a teacher, right? I'm teaching, right? And I'm actually doing this, right? I'm actually teaching all my fans or all my viewers, okay? Because we have to look at things in a different way of this, okay? Now these cards are very different. Some of them are good, some of them are not good, but well, I use these cards so I could just have these and see what's happening in the middle of these. I usually shuffle. And then I usually use my phone as the way of seeing what's the communication would say between the two. Right, let's see. So there we go, that's the card. Let's see, what does it say? The Nine of Clubs. So the Nine of Clubs shows us in a way where, let's see where it is. Just have to look on my phone. Basically what it means is that in the Nine of Clubs, the club situation, the club represents fall and winter, which means luck and darkness that relates with the Scorpio, Pisces. Basically it could be known as, so that's what it's known as, okay? Luck and darkness, right? We have to proceed with caution of going through this pandemic as the darkness kind of thing. And then in our luck, we're going to be on the other side of the tunnel, which means luck is like a light in the tunnel, right? What I mean is not in the tunnel, but outside of the tunnel, right? Anyway, we have to cooperate with others. That's what this card means, and we have to give, and it shall be until you, right? That's what Jesus is saying. Okay, and that's not only it. Basically, it's good to look at things in a different way, right? But we have to understand how we're going through, because in my point of thinking is that we are looking at things in a different way. I always say that because people think, oh, how do you look at the different ways, spirits vows? In a way of what I'm trying to interpret in doing this is my way of doing it as a positive perspective. Okay, we have to look at things in that way. Okay, it's, and basically this is the angels, just to let you know, these cards here. So you know, that's what it is. So how can you interpret the cooperate with others with the dolphin on this fantastic Tuesday? So let's see. What are the angels are going to tell us? The angels are telling us this is like a relationship. Okay, this is a relationship. Now that's actually good. That's actually good. Now, if you were asking me why is it good, Spirit Cloud, the point is that when we look at things in that way, is where we are looking at them. Okay, in my defense. Okay, we have to look at things in that perspective. If you don't know what the relationship card means in Angel, I'm going to talk about it. Relationship means your primary relationship is with yourself and God. Every other relationship follows from there. To attract, heal, or balance a relationship, then snuggle more closely with your loving Creator. As you feel safe and loved within, so shall your other relationships bloom and, and prosper. So in that defense, if we look at that, in that what the card means for relationship in the book that I'm going to find. So, let's see. Okay, so that's what I just read. So basically it means that the answer to your question lies within your relationship. Trust your feelings about your current relationship and act accordingly. The angels are helping you manifest a wonderful new relationship. Send light, love, and angels to your present relationship. A positive transition is occurring in a current relationship, which could include a healthy ending. So basically in that regard, is that basically your primary relationship is with yourself and God, which means you are God is the spirit to every single buddy, every single person out there in the whole entire world, even if they're not here, which means that they passed away. The point is in that is where we have to look at Him in order to succeed in the whole entire pandemic situation. Okay, we have to look at things in that perspective. We have to look at things in a good abbreviation. Okay, it's when a person says to you, "It's not about you." Basically, that's a negative feeling. Don't look at that in that regards. Okay, don't look at that. If we cooperate with others, as in the dolphin card, we have to do that. Cooperate with others. Don't fight with them. Don't don't eliminate the situation. Don't do that, right? So, we have to give a little, which means give a little bit, give a little bit of my heart to you. Dun, 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 dun. Just give a little bit, just to give a little bit of my love to you. Dun, 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 dun. If you know how to be with share, oh stand me guards and on the way back home. Dun, dun. That's the song. Okay, now have that in my brain. Okay, yeah. Duh. Anyway, um, in that regard, we have to balancing that as like a balance a balance a balancing act, right? On a balance beam where we have to look from the start, crossing the middle. Don't be afraid to look down and go towards the other side. We have to look at that, right? The pandemic is focusing. It's separating a lot of people. Separating a lot of people. That just misses the whole entire stigma of it. Okay. If you don't know what stigma is, why don't you just look it up on the internet if you want to? Okay. The point being is that we have to look at that in a different way. When we look at the Capricorn in the tarot situation, it means that you're being like a teacher, right? Or a mentor, or you have guidelines. Whatever it is, okay, whatever it is, because because when we look at things in that perspective, we have to think about the positive. That's why when we look at the nine of clubs, okay, when we look at the 9 of clubs, I know it's upside down in the camera, but it's upright to me. Okay. When we look at the clubs, is fall and winter, which means luck and darkness. And that relates with the Scorpio and Pisces. Whoever those two are. Okay. Whoever you are, Pisces or Scorpio. Okay. We have to look at that in that way. Okay. So if you are paying to this situation, look at that. Look at what I'm describing here to you. Okay, look at that. Okay, we have to look at that. Okay, in that way. Excuse me. Anyway, so that's what that means. Okay, this is actually for you, Capricorn. Okay, in this part. So we have to have a balancing. Not going to say balancing act, but we are going to look at that in that regards. Okay, so these are the cards I'm just gonna leave out there. Okay, the card I'm gonna put back because that's what that is. Okay, so now so that was Capricorn, wasn't it? Yes, it was, and that means that was for Jesus as well. So we have to look at that. I'm just going. Just give me one second. I'm just there. Okay. So that was good. Okay. So I'm just gonna leave the cards here, but I'm just gonna put them in piles so I can just put them there. And then we're going to go down to the line. Okay. All right. The next one is Aquarius. What is God saying to Aquarius in this fantastic Tuesday? And we're going to put this as well. All right, so we have the reversed of the Death. We have the King of Pentacles, and we have the Seven of Pentacles that is reversed. So there's 2 reverses and 1 upright. That's interesting, Aquarius. That is interesting for you. Actually, in that regards of the King of Pentacles, I know what that is. Basically, that's wealth, and you're actually creating wealth, and that's great. But in the Seven of Pentacles reversed, let me look at that in that you're questioning whether you have invested your time into the right projects. If you will be adequately rewarded. You may feel frustrated or impatient, wanting instant results. So basically, in that regards, okay, I'm not laughing at the card, but I actually am. Because in a way, is that you maybe feel frustrated or impatient. Like I say, that's a negative vibe. Don't do that. I repeat, don't do that, Aquarius. Don't. It will drag you down. It will drag you down. Don't let that happen. Don't. Okay, it's basically it's a bad feeling. Don't look at that and don't look at that. If you have the King of Pentacles, you're doing well. You're making money. You're having your own wealth. You're paying bills. You're doing everything. Don't look at this and be impatient or anything like that. I used to be impatient. I'm not going to talk about it. But don't be like that. Take things slowly. Take things slowly. Okay? Don't bite the bullet. That's what my sarcastic. Okay, I'm being sarcastic. But don't bite the bullet. Don't miss it. Absolutely miss it. But don't do that. And this card reversed, it would say in the regards of the, and it says you are experiencing deep inner change, letting go of an aspect of yourself that is no longer serving you, making way for something greater. Do not resist change. Yeah, do not resist change. Do not resist change. If you have wealth and you are being impatient, don't be impatient. Wait. Wait until you get to the other side of that tunnel. Okay? Just wait. Okay? Because in that perspective, look at the King of Pentacles. The King of Pentacles represents wealth. Be like that. Be with that. Okay? Goodness. So that's what those cards are revealing. Okay? So just don't look at that in that way. Okay? Now I'm going to do the same one I usually do. So what is the Aquarius card represents of not being impatient? But being impatient is a negative feeling. So what is Jesus Christ saying to you? The hummingbird, which means cheer up. Yes, cheer up. Be like a cheerleader. Be like that. Be like a cheerleader. You're a hummingbird. Be like a cheerleader. Cheer. Okay, cheer. Okay, just cheer. Because when you cheer, you make yourself more happy. Be like that. Cheer for everyone else. Cheer for victory. Cheer everything. Okay, do that. Do that. It helps you. Do that because usually when you look at that in a different way, please do that. Please. Because in a great way of experience, do that. Okay? That's what that card means. Cheer up. Okay? Now in Jesus's words, let's see what that says. What is Jesus saying of the opposite of the cheer card for Aquarius? right, Aquarius. Let's see. All right, it says, your heavenly Father knoweth that you have need of all these things. Matthew 6:32. See how Jesus is looking at that girl, and that girl is feeling basically sad or something. Jesus wants you to believe in him. Look at him in that way. Look at him in that way. Because when you have a cheer up, which means a cheerleader, be like that. Be like a cheerleader, and that's what God is doing. God is helping you to get through this. Okay, Jesus Christ is cheering you on. Okay, and don't be impatient. Don't be like patient, because impatient means that it's a negative word. Don't be like that, right? Everyone has experiences in the pandemic that we're going through, right? And we have to be right beside them, even if we don't, but we have to, right? In that regard, right? So do the best as you can, Aquarius. Do the best as you can. Okay. Now we're going to look at what the angels are saying. So we are going to do that as well. So let's see. What are the angels are saying to Aquarius? All right. So basically, in this card represents Aquarius, and it says family. It says this situation is rooted in an emotional experience with a family member, which can help you to understand and heal. In your mind and heart, surround this person yourself, and the experience with coming blue light and many angels. Be open to the gifts within the situation. Allow yourself to feel peace. Yes, do that. Right? If you have family, be with them at all times, even if you are taking a break with them. Now, in that card, let's see what it says. We're going to look at the card. So basically, it means that a new addition to your family is entering. You have friends who are like a second family to you. It's time to face old feelings so they can be released and cleared. Release an unwanted pattern by forgiving one or more family members, including yourself. So basically, if you haven't released an unwanted pattern for forgiving one or more family members, including yourself. So basically, you have family around you, but if there's a situation going on and you can't tell them about it, then basically you're basically feeling impatient. And you have to cheer up Aquarius, right? If we look at in God of the card in Jesus's words, basically in that regards, when it says your heavenly Father knoweth that you have need of all of these things, Matthew 6:32. Yeah, it's Jesus's way is helping you out. That's basically, if you don't know what to do, pray with him, right? He's going to help you. He's going to answer, right? And And that's not only it. Um, so what's for Aquarius represents? So let's see. Is the Four of Spades. So we look at the Four of Spades, and the Four of Spades tells us spades represents power of action and death as the winter. In that regards of, I'm going to say power of action. That's what it's called. Okay. So in that regards, Aquarius, this is a power of action. So take action. Cheer up. Be a cheerleader. Have family. Be with that. And then you have Jesus that is helping you out. So basically, do like that. But keep going, keep going, keep going as much as you can. Keep going because in that regard, when you keep going, you will make it to the end. You will. Okay, and you can do that, Darius. But good job on you. Good job. So we are going to. So basically, on that, in that result, is I know that we usually go by the other signs as well. Um, in that, so in that perspective is where we are going to do something as well. Okay, so we are going to look at that in a way, and it's that way. Um, Basically, that would be good, right? So we are going to look at that in that way, right? So basically we are going to brief on that. Okay. Now, basically, we know that we usually go from all the way from Pisces, Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, but we could do Leo. Okay. Leo is. I want to know what's happening to Leo in this regards to it. I'm still doing the tarot. I'm doing the angels. I'm doing more what the cards are saying, and I usually have my phone on me so I can look what the clubs or spades or whatever it is to memorize it in a way. So just give me 1 second. I'm drinking coffee. That's what I'm drinking. Okay. Anyway, so in that regards, we are going to look at that. So basically, um, we're going to look at what the cards are saying for Leo on this fantastic Tuesday. So we are going to do first. So we are going to see what's happening. we are going to do that as well. So this is what it's going to do. Okay, so we're going to look at that. So we're going to do that. Okay, and we're going to move that down a little bit. Okay, so this is what it's going to be. Okay, here we go. We have the 7 of Cups upright. We have the 4 of Cups reversed. And we have the 10 of Cups upright as well. That's not bad for you, Leo. That's not bad for you. Now, remember, we're going from here. Then we're going to go from here, here, and here. Okay, of these cards as well. So we are going to go through a pattern. Okay, what the tarot is saying, what Jesus is going to say of Tuesday. Okay, so this is what it's going to say. So let's see what the 7 of Cups is for Leo. Let's see. The 7 of Cups is, many options are available to you. You must make a choice, but be careful. You're prone to illusion and unrealistic ideals. Evaluate your options and dig below the surface to discover what's really involved with each choice. You know what? Leo, you have many options are available to you, and you must make a choice. So basically, yeah, you have lots of options that you gotta take. There's lots of options that you can take, but you know what? You can get through this together if you have work on your mind, if you have friends on your mind, if you have family around you on your mind, or whatever it is, you know, you can just monetize it, which means in my regards is that just think about the positive where you can do this. You can do this, you can do this if you put your mind to it. Okay. Like what I said to the other signs like Aquarius and Capricorn, right? When we look at the things in a different way, we have to look at the things in a different way. But you know what, Leo? This is for you, right? This is for you. If you have many options, take it, right? Like I say, if you're on a balancing beam, you start from the first, middle, and then you go to the end, right? Work on that. Work on it. If you start, you're going to go from one end to get to the other side, which means that when you go to the middle, don't be afraid to look down. Don't be afraid, but go to the other side. Don't leap, or else you will fall. Don't do that. So that's why you have many options right now. You have many options right now. Now I'm going to skip this card, but I'm gonna get back to it. Okay, it says upright to you for the 5 of Cups, but it's reversed. So I'll have to look at that. And the 10 of Cups, let's see what that is for Leo. The 10 of Cups is, you have created a life of connection, bliss by following your heart, trusting your intuition. There is a sense of wholeness, completion, alignment in your relationships with others. You know what, Leo? Basically, bliss by following your heart and trusting your intuition. That'd be useful for you, and plus your alignment in your relationships with others. Yeah. Basically, you're doing the best as you can, right? It's basically in your own reality in a way. So we have to look at things from the top to bottom, which means we have to work from the bottom, work our way up to the top. Okay, and we have to do that. Okay, now it's not all about these cards. There's this and this, and then what the Jesus cards are going to reveal to you. Okay, So understanding about that, we are going to do this, and plus, I'll use these cards as a good way to help you out as well. Only I'm going to use my phone to use that as well. Right now, it's just hiding right now. But anyway, that's what it is. And the Five of Cups reversed. Let's see what that is for Leo. The Five of Cups reversed is, it is time to move on. What has happened can't be changed. Let go of what no longer serves you emotionally. Open to new opportunities available to you. It is time to move on. You know what? Yes, it is time to move on. If you were in a negative place in a few weeks ago, maybe 7 weeks ago, before the new year happened, maybe you can't deal with staying home, like actually staying home by the rules of what the health officials are saying. And when you live alone and you want to see your friends, but you don't want to get the other person sick of COVID situation. Basically, you have to try to understand how it goes, right? How it reveals to you. Um, you have to think about the positive, right? Nor the negative. But this for me is the negative card because we came out, okay, when I shuffled the cards, okay, it came out like that. Anyway, the point being is that you have to look at things in a different way, right? When you look at this, the Ten of Cups and the Seven of Cups, Seven of Cups is closer to Ten of Cups, which means 7 plus 3 is 10, and 10 minus 3 is 7. And these two connect with each other. In that regards, Leo. These cards represent to you, but they represent in different ways. Okay, so basically, you have to. I'm not going to say bite the bullet. That's a sarcastic way, but look at things in a different angle, right? For me, before we get back to the cards, for me, I look at myself where if I want to go out, I have a precaution in my mind, which means when I wash my hands, do the social distancing, wear a mask, whatever it is, I keep my safe good. Now, in that regards, is that excuse me, um, when you live alone, it's harder for people because they don't want to get sick from the virus. They don't want to get ill or anything like that, right? But it's tougher than it looks. It's tougher than it looks. Okay. Um, Everything what I'm presenting to you, if you like my words or not, the pandemic is like a big, huge obstacle course, which means we can't go through. We have to go around it. Okay, like a stump. We can hop over it, great. But let's say we can't hop over it. We have to go around it, right? That's what the pandemic is feeling to a lot of people. If you can't be at home longer than 5 weeks and you're missing a friend, or you haven't been with them, or you haven't seen them since when you were in person, it's going to make you realize, say, oh my god, I haven't seen this person for many years, or 3 weeks ago, or whatever it is, Leo. in that regards is that you have to look at things in a different angle. An angle is like almost like a diagonal. Only an angle is like an L shape. Okay, that's the angle. Okay, you have to go from straight all the way around the curve and get to the other side. Okay, and then you have this. Goes the other direction and goes that way. Okay, what that means is that you have to look at both sides of the picture. For me, when I go out once a day. Not every single day, but once a day. I keep a routine. I love routines. But when you go out every single day, you don't know if a person would have a positive COVID situation, and then you would get it, and then by all means, you're going up in heaven. You know, don't look at that in that way. Don't, right? The pandemic is, the virus of COVID-19 is not a hoax, but there's lots of people who think it's a hoax. Like fake. It's not. And we have to biological have a perspective of following Jesus Christ in every single direction, every single view, every single life, even at home, even not, even outside, even inside, whatever it is. God is around us in many ways, okay? That's why I'm like a helper to God in some way. In some way. That's why I'm kind of like doing these videos, because, you know, when we look at the negative side is like a darkness. And when you go through a darkness and you don't have a flashlight, something that can scare you, spook the heck out of you. But let's not face it. Let's think about this as a reality situation. Okay? We have to identify it. We have to perceive in caution. Caution means avoid danger. And, you know, it's hard for everybody. But for me personally, I think about positive as much as I can. As much as I can. You know, we have to understand that situation. Right? We have to face in our own reality. We have to do that. Okay? But in that regards, yeah, just take it as what the card reveals to you. Okay, in some way. Okay, just look at these cards in some way. Okay? Now, that was the cards for you, Leo, but it's not over yet. Okay, it's not over yet. So we have to look at this, and then these. Okay, but I'm going through a different way into telling you what's happening. Okay, you have to see what's happening. What was happening to Leo of the Five of Cups reversed? So basically, this is for Leo, and this is what the card would say. So this is actually a raccoon. That could be your spiritual animal. Basically, it means you have everything you need. Okay, you have everything you need. You have God, you have positive, you have everything else. But in that regards of the Five House reverse that I just said, that's actually where where you have to take a lead. You have to take um, you have to stay positive as much as you can. But when you think about it as like 6 or 7 weeks ago that I said before, you have to see the bigger picture, right? Remember how I showed you about the angle in the diagonal? Yeah, right. We have to see the truth in our own reality. Okay, that's why I'm like a helper to God in some way, where we have to look at things in a positive way. We can't think about them in a negative way. We can't. But this card, when it says you have everything you need, take it as it resonates to you. Take it as it relates to you. Okay, Leo, take it, because we have to do that. Okay. Now, in regards of what Jesus is saying, what is Jesus is saying for Leo? So let's see. Let's see what God is saying to Leo. Basically, in God is saying, be not afraid, only believe. Mark 5:36. If you look at through the Bible, basically, and that means that there's God looking at that girl again in the picture. Okay. Basically, it's revealing that God is looking at the girl by a river. Okay, and he's helping her out, which means God is saying, don't go by the river, or else you could drown, right? And that's what it says. It says, be not afraid, only believe. So afraid is like you know how I said caution, and it says avoid danger. And when I said to you about walking in the forest without a flashlight, basically in that regards, okay, in that regards, Leo, is where be not afraid, only believe. Mark 5:36. Okay. What that means when I said to you, going through a forest without a flashlight, and something scares you, that is actually like a spookapalooza feeling. That's a long word to say. But in that regards, is that when something spooks you, you are afraid. You are afraid of the dark. You are afraid of making this feeling of what the pandemic is happening. Not just you, Leo, but is actually afraid to everyone else, because they don't want to be in a negative state. But there are lots of people who are in a negative state right now. They could be. I don't know. But that's my intuition is feeling, my gut feeling. Because basically, in that regards of when we look at the raccoon, you have everything. You have everything you need, right? Um, and you do. Right? You have friends, you have family, you have everything else. But being at home, like I said to you, and being alone, and then your friends miss you and you want to see them but you can't, and then you want to but you don't, and in between a yes or a no thing, like I say, the only one that's going to help you is actually spirited out, basically me. Okay, and Jesus Christ in one way or another. And you have to know that. There is a song that I would sing for you, but I don't know if that would be good to you. You could when I was saying it to Capricorn, I could say it to you, Leo. So maybe this is my morning message to you all. Okay. So here we go. A one, two, a 1, 2, 3. Give a little bit of my love to you. Dun, 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 dun. Give a little bit of my love to you. Dun, 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 dun. Because of the need to share on the sand we got on way that lead back home. Dun, 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 dun. Now I have that song in my brain still. But that song, give a little bit. Give a little bit of my love to you. That's basically what I'm actually doing. Okay, Leo? You have to look at things in that different way. You gotta. You gotta. One thing to another, Leo. One thing to another, okay? We have to understand that. Okay? And we have to fight for it. Which means not fight, but we have the balance between the positive feeling and the negative feeling. A negative feeling is like you're having conflict. Okay? That's like a fighting experience. In a positive feeling, it's like we can get through this towards the other side of the tunnel. We can do it. We can do it. We can do it if we put our minds to it. We have to. If we believe in the vaccine, if we believe in the health officials, if we believe in what we are doing, we have to believe. Because, when I say to my viewers, I have to say to them, stay to the positive. Think about the positive, not the negative. But the negative can be so negative and so bad, because in reality, people in the world today don't even understand the whole entire pandemic situation. They think it's a hoax. Think about it's a scam. Think about it's this. Think about it's that. No. The virus is real. That's all it is. The virus is real. And I'm gonna say this again. The only one who did everything is basically the evil spirit. That is the opposite to Jesus. We know his name. We know what he's doing. But yeah, we have to face the facts of reality, our own reality, right? Like I say, it's not all about the whole entire world, but it is in some way. We have to proceed with caution. We have to proceed with caution. Now, in this last part of the video, basically, I'm going to see what the cards are saying, and not only that, I have to do what Leo is going to do. So almost last end of the video, but this is for Leo, only for Leo, in regard to that, in the card. Oh, not those. So I'll have this up again. What does it say for Leo? You have everything you need. What does Leo is? What does the playing card represent for Leo? let's see. So we are going to look at what the Leo is trying to say. The five of spades. Okay, so the five of spades for Leo. Okay, let's see if I can use it from the phone. All right, so the five of spades. Let's look at that. Okay, so the spades represents its power of action. Again, okay, the power of action. So basically, and that means Leo, think about the positive situation. The negative, when I was looking at that five of cups reversed, it was giving a whole entire picture. It was, because when we look at this again, what God is saying in that regards, be not afraid, only believe. Yes, do that. Okay, and in this card, not oops. About this card, the raccoon, sorry. You have everything you need, that's what it is. But when we look at the five of cups reversed, it actually is turning things around. Okay, it's like the roulette wheel is where the roulette wheel represents that you have red is for good and black is bad. When I look at the five of spades, the five of spades represents well, in the regards of it, it's just the power of action. It represents. But it could also represent, well, death. That's a bad feeling. And basically, in the roulette wheel, in the black, which means that you can lose, right? Black is a bad feeling. Okay, I know that there's lots of Leos who are. It's not just you, but there's lots of Leos, because lots of Leos are trying to think with positive, right? For me, I'm not a Leo, I'm Scorpio, um, but in that regards is that we have to, when God is telling us be not afraid, only believe, Mark 5:36, we have to do that in some way. We have to, right? I understand it's not whether of, well, being nice is good, but there is a negative feeling of that, where when I said to you about like being alone or not with your friends or anything like that, it does bug you a little bit. Okay. In the feelings that I'm trying to describe to you, the negative is just bad as much. All Leos could consider as good, the bad, or the ugly. Okay, those are the three options. When I look at the Seven of Cups before and the Ten of Cups before, and you had the reverse card of the Five of Cups reversed in tarot, it wasn't very good. Like the Seven of Cups and the Ten of Cups are great. You have options, you have everything. But when the Five of Cups reversed, it wasn't so great. It's a negative card. Okay, it's the reverse of card. I can't make the card and say upright. I can't call it like that. I have to say what the card means, right? That's why I have the book to read, right? I'm still learning at this still, but I'm doing very good at the in proud of what I do believe. Like I would go through the whole entire thing from Capricorn, Aquarius, Pisces, Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, Leo, Virgo, Libra, Scorpio, and Sagittarius. I could do all those, but I'm doing them for you, Leo, because when I look at that card, it just amazes me. It just is, right? Like it's like I know today is January 5th, and we are actually 4 days into our new year of 2021. I'm proud of doing that. I'm proud to be helping you in some level, in some way. But when I said to you about walking in the forest, okay, walking in the forest without a flashlight, then when you're walking in the forest, something can spook you. They make you want to jump out of the from jump to a chair, from the chair that you're sitting on, and makes you jump like you're going up and up and up and up and up and up and up, like a teeter-totter. When something big happens, the teeter-totter will lift you up, like into the sky, and you could actually hurt yourself when you come back. In that regards, right? That's why you have everything. That's what the raccoon represents to you, Leo. You have this card. Be not afraid, only believe. That's what God is saying to the girl that is looking at the river, right? Because He doesn't want the girl to have the girl, and like He doesn't want the girl to drown in the river. That's a bad feeling, right? So that's why He wants the girl to be safe, right? And the Five of Spades, in that regards, is actually in my phone. It says power of action. Take action, right? Right, and you have to be able to understand in many ways. Like in my sarcastic way that I said, you can't bite the bullet. That's actually in a sarcastic way. People are being sarcastic, but I'm being like that because I'm trying to think about the positive as much as we can. Okay, all of us are feeling like the same way. But, in that regards, to me, in my routine, in my everything that I do, we have to look at things in a different perspective way. It's like looking at angles. Like left hand is going here, and the right hand is going here. Right? We have to look at those two sides. Okay. And we have to. The L represents level, right? But we don't know. And the L represents love, and there's lots of L's that represent this and this and this. But I'm not going to go through the whole entire card story. The only thing is that for you, Leo, is think about the positive. If you think about the negative, it's going to drain you down, drain you down, drain you down. Because in ways, we have to look at things in a different way. We can't have them with us all the time. We have to put things in procrastination. That's a good word to say. Put things in the off burner, right? Put things in the off, which means it's like cooking on the stove. You're cooking. Once when something is done, you put it off the burner so it doesn't burn, right? That's what procrastination is. Put things on the other side and then get to them later. Okay, that's what it is. But when you're having a negative feeling, it drains you right out. It just drains you out. It's kind of like hitting the lottery. You're trying to win, but when the TV is saying, oh, there's like 1 to 14 million odds. That's a lot of odds. But you can either hit or you can miss, right? It's a 50-50. What I'm trying to do is for you, Leo, is try your best to stay perfect as much as you can. All Leos have to think about the positive in life. They have to, because when you have a negative feeling, it drags you down. It drags you down, right? And we have to believe in God, okay? Because, I understand about that I'm trying to do this as, I'm not going to say as for a living, but I'm trying to make myself more popular, famous, whatever it is, right? And it's like me wearing this vest. It's nice, it keeps me warm. But let's go back to the famous and all the stuff I was going through. We have to believe that we can get to the other side of the tunnel. We have to. And we have to trust in our own ways. Right? On a lovely Tuesday morning, even if you are around the world, even if you're somewhere in BC, whatever it is, there's not only just one Leo out there. There is lots of Leos that live on the planet. Lots of Leos, tons of Leos. Could be maybe millions of Leos. We don't know. Well, I don't know. But in that regards, you know what, Leo? What I'm trying to say is, in the cards of what the raccoon is telling me, you have everything you need. Go for it. Because when I look at that 5 cups reversed, it was just blows my whole entire mind. And so it's, yeah. Okay. I understand that this is a long video, but I have to let my viewers know we're not getting here out alive, but we are here on this planet. I'm not trying to get emotional, but I'm very sad a little bit for lots of what the virus is doing to a lot of people. Passing away, losing their loved ones, losing family members, losing everything. But God put us on the world to just believe in Him. That's why I'm trusting my intuition. That's why I'm trying to think about the positive as much as I can. Sometimes I feel that the negative sometimes get to me in lots of ways. But when I did what the cards are revealing to you, when I go back to the Leo sign, and I don't want to be mean to lots of Leos, but in my regards, it's not all about you. It's the whole world. That's why half of people don't want to be home. They want to go and work. They want to be being with their friends. They want to socialize. They want to play games. They want to do lots of things. And we have to trust in God as much as we can. Even if we believe in Him or not. There are several people. There's lots of people who are on one side and Jesus on the other side. I'm doing both. do too. But like I'm trying to say this in a good way, Leo. We have to perceive with caution, avoid danger. But why is half of people are going out? Why are half of people staying home? Why are people going to churches, even if they get charged for it? Why half of the world is shut down? Why other half of the world is not shut down? There is mixed communication. When I was looking at an article, the article is saying to me on my phone, it said that there's lots of people dying from the chicken pox. Not eating chicken like protein, no. Chicken pox is an illness. If people have spots in their face or whatever it is. That's why a lot of people are. I understand that COVID is around us. I understand that. But in that regards, there's a lot of people who are sick from it. Some of them are recovered. That's great news. But some of them are not here anymore. Right? That's why we're losing so many people on the planet. So many. But there's only one thing I'm going to do, okay, to reveal what's happening. I'm going to do a last interpretation in what God is telling me. What's His own take of this? I'm going to put the cards away of what you're going to look at the table while I'm putting all the cards away. And just, like I say, if you want to write a comment down, you certainly can. You can ask me a question. I'll try to answer it to you. But while I'm doing these cards, please feel free to ask me a question on this situation. Okay? And if you don't, take it as what I just said to you. Okay? Take it as it is. Because in that regards, I'm actually going to shuffle all the cards. So what Jesus is going to tell us in many ways, He has at least so many people to inspire by Him. I've seen Him in an orange spirit form before. He is with me as I'm like a helper to Jesus Christ in some way. Because I know that shit. Oops, I didn't say that, sorry. All the cards are just messed up. Sorry to say that. Little bit blurred. Because I don't want any people to say, oh, you just swore. Yeah. Sorry about that. Just give me 1 second. Get all the cards on the floor. So, just give me 1 second, you guys. I know that I have 2 views, but like I say, ask me a question if you want. The video will be over soon in some regard. But hopefully you can still hear me. Okay. My two views are still here. Good job, thank you. I haven't seen your comments yet. But anyway, yeah, so this is what it's going to say. So what is Jesus going to say to everyone around the planet? So let's see, what does it say for him? Let's see what it says to every single person, even me as well. Right, let's see. Alright, this is what God has said while I'm having all those cards and sort of on my language. Trying not to laugh, sorry. It says in the card, it says, be of good comfort, and your faith has made you whole. In Matthew 9:22. Okay, so he's saying to that lady right there is that he's having faith to her, which means God's with her. Okay, we have to believe in God in some way. What I'm saying is some way, is some form around the world where we are. Okay, and we have to know what's happening. Okay, so in that regard, we're going to have that. Plus, we're going to see what the playing card represents, because I have my phone and I'll try to read it off my phone so they know. So if you were asking me a question saying why this card represents it or what's happened, this is what it says. Okay, so let's see what it say. So let's see what God is with that. And let's see. Okay, the Queen of Hearts. So the Queen of Hearts. So the hearts represent spring and summer, which means, and it reflects on their center of life and fortune telling as like being a fortune teller. That's a good word to say. And hearts represents air signs, so it's Gemini, Aquarius, and Libra. And fire signs would be Aries, Sagittarius, and Leo, right? But anyway, let's go back to what I said. Is that they are the center of life. So God is the center of life. And basically we have actually in my interpretation is that there's fortune telling as like being a storyteller. That's why I'm telling stories, because I want to have them as the way of looking at things in a different angle. When I told you about looking at angles, it means that you're looking at a different way. Okay? Think about the positive, not the negative. When we go back to the 5 of Cups reversed, okay, for the Leo situation, that was a negative feeling. Okay, don't do that. But we have to believe in God in some way of form. Okay, that's why I try to believe in Him as much as I can, But my prayers are taking slowly to be answered, day by day, week by week, and month by month. Okay, and I'm still revealing of this year coming still, of where we are into this now for the whole entire pandemic and vaccines and all the stuff that we're going through. Okay, when we believe in going through the tunnel and get to the other side, we are actually doing that. Because when we go back to the balancing beam, okay, from start, middle, and end, okay, we're actually at the middle part of the pandemic, if we think about it. Because when 2020 hit, we didn't have the vaccine yet. We only had the virus. Now there's the second step. The second step is vaccine. The vaccine, we have to get everybody vaccinated, from the elder all the way to the young. Maybe the 20-year-olds, and then work their way down to the 18, whatever it is. We have to go from the bottom, work our way to the top. We have to do that. But It takes time. If you look at my videos on the other side, and I said what God is telling us in the new year of 2021, go back to that. Go back to that, and go back to uh, my prediction from January all the way to July. 10 weeks. We were talking about 10 weeks, which means we can have 1 million or 2 million people vaccinated. We can make it in this long run, in this long haul, whatever we are. We have to believe in order to face in our own reality. We have to believe in Him in some way. Okay? I'm not trying to say it's not all about you, but we have to face the facts. We have to face the facts. Because when we look at what was Jesus saying to the girl in this card, it says, "Be of good comfort, and your faith has made you whole." Matthew 9:22. Chapter 9, page 22. Okay. In the Bible. But it means that God's with her in the picture. God's with us in so many ways. In so many ways. If we don't go to church, we can have our own church service at home. I call it a home church. If you were asking me what's a home church, Spirited Out, home church is basically where you're staying at home, you're being your own pastor, you're singing, and you're reading the Bible. And that's what it is. And then you pray to Him, and then you have your coffee or lunch or whatever it is, and then you're done. Okay? That's what a home church is. If you're going to an actual church, it will be the same, like readings and you do all that. But that's why a lot of people are actually getting charged for it, because when they go to church, they get a charge, and charge means that they're getting a fine, and a fine will reveal everything, which means that this person gets a fine, this person gets a fine, this person gets a fine, this person gets a fine. It's like us wearing a mask. We will get a fine if we don't wear it. Okay, but we have to wear it. Okay, we can't. When I look at things in 2019, I look at that. I look at that. It matters the situation is, okay? But we have to face in our own reality. We have to stay the positive way. The negative, for me, as in Spirited Out, the negative was actually bad, actually. Astonishing bad. Which means that when I do miss my friends, I miss my friends. I miss one of my animals. I miss, I don't know, I had the word and then it was gone to my brain. But that's what it is, right? But we have to have a peace of mind. Is where we have faith. We have faith of the whole entire pandemic. And if we don't have if we look at the pandemic, we look at the pandemic. But there will be a endemic. Endemic, which means that we're going to end it, finalize it, gone, kafooey. That's a good word to say, but I don't know what that means. But anyway, hopefully we can get this done. Hopefully. I don't know what to say anymore. But before I let you all go, Okay, my fans, my viewers, believe in God so He can get your prayers answered. If you think that you don't believe, then you are making a big mistake. Like the pandemic being a hoax. That's a negative statement. Don't do that. Don't. You let others to be in danger. When I said to you, avoid danger, avoid it. But when I said to you about being home alone, or being alone, or whatever it is, it can make a strain of negative. Which means if you're thinking of watching TV, go ahead. If you're cooking something, go ahead. Turn into your computer, go ahead. But in my regards, it's like when you are in a negative state, stay out of there. Stay the heck out of there. Because the negative can get to so many people, thousands, millions, trillions, whatever it is, because they can't handle it staying home. That's why I'm going to ask you those two questions. Let me go back. If you want to go back to the video, like a few minutes ago, whatever it is, before I swore, I forgot to say that in the video. Sorry. But in that regards, we have to definitely take a chance. There's a song to that when I said that. It's from Mamma Mia. But I'm gonna sing it to you to make you all happy. Okay? I got a few minutes, but I'm gonna do one more minute to go. An hour and 43 minutes. Wow, that's a long minute. That's a long video. Anyway, I'll sing a little bit of the lyric song. It says, if you take a wait. I had it. If you take a chance. No. I know it. Take a chance on me. Take a chance on me. I'm living, babe. It can't be free. Oh, take a chance on me. Take a chance on me. I may be the best, I'm one of every fine. If we take a chance and be alright. If we take a chance on me. Take a chance on me. Something like that. Oh, and there's one more song I'm gonna sing. Mamma Mia, here we go again. My, how can my sister? Mamma Mia, that's a show again. My, don't you want ever? There's a better party. Who's the day we parted? Why, dear, I'll let you go. Mamma Mia. Here we go again, my mom. How can my sister, Mamma Mia, not to show again, my mom. There's not ever, there's a heaven parted. Due to the day we parted. Why, dear, I'll let you go, Mamma Mia. Here we go again. Now I got that song in the brain. Oh my god. Anyway, I must let you go. Thank you for watching the video. Like I say, if you have any questions or comments, please, like I say, please follow me. Please please subscribe to me. Please, please just have a comment, and hopefully you will understand the whole entire video. Okay, this is for Capricorn, Aquarius, and Leo, and and this is for the angels of what God is telling me as well. I'm like a helper to God in so many ways, physical form, or basically when I'm walking around, whatever it is, I'm kind of talking to him in some way. Okay, thank you very much. Have a good day. Bye. Have a good Tuesday to everyone on this fantastic Tuesday. Thank you very much.